What is going on YouTube? Here Brian 2.0 here back with another Transformers video review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Power of the Prime's Voyager class Grimlock. So here he is. First things first, let's take a quick look at the packaging. Packaging is done nicely with the new backgrounds they've been using. I've been loving those new backgrounds. It's got like the Matrix except without the handle. You got all the different symbols. You got Powers of the Primes, Dinobot Grimlock. You got a nice artwork piece of Grimlock there. Come around to the sides, Power of the Prime, choose your Prime. Come around to the other side, you got the new combined form, Volcanicus. I can hardly wait. I'm kind of a little bit pumped up about it. Something new to the Transformers. But you got Power of the Primes. Come around to the back here. You got some product shots. You got Grimlock in his dinosaur form. You got the Dinobot Enigma. You got the Prime Armor thing, which is basically the combiner feet put on to the side of Grimlock's arms in robot form. Yay. But right here it says you got 8 steps, Grimlock, and it says, how would the legendary Dinobot leader wield the power of the Primes? I don't know, it's up to you. Choose your Prime, Power of the Primes. Come around to the top here, choose your Prime, Power of the Primes, and that's about it. So let's take a look at his accessories real quick, and with that being the new molded feet we are getting with these new Power of the Prime figures. The only reason they're different is because they've actually got ratchets in the so they have ankle articulation now, which will probably keep them from breaking easier. So that's pretty cool. They're just done this black plastic, very nicely sculpted though. Not taking off after any official release. And then we got the Dinobot Enigma, which is done in a nice silver color and red on the inside. Come around to the back here, it's just hollow. And then we got the collector's card, which is very nicely done, made of a nice cardstock car. I don't know what that is, but flip around to the back here. We got Amalgamous Grimlock. Takes smaller forms to test the strength. And then, of course, as all Transformers, we get the instruction booklet. Hooray for that. And here we have Grimlock in his Dinobot mode. His Dinobot mode is very his dinosaur mode is very impressive. Looks just like his G1. For a little bit of a comparison on what it was like, this is G1, a little ornament Grimlock. So as you can see, stickering, detail and stuff is pretty good. One thing I do want to mention is worth mentioning is this next neck piece. It's not actually like a dark shade of gold. It is actually like a light gray piece on the dark or on the gold. And with this figure, you can see there is gold in there. It's just covered up by gray plastic. So very nice. And that goes on throughout the entire body. Underneath, you know, just a little bit of kibble. A very nice figure. I mean, you get some nice sculpted detail on this thing and some sticker details. We've been getting that a lot on the Powers of the Prime figures. But yeah, as far as I know, this is Combiner Wars Round 2, in which I'm actually, now I think about it, I'm kind of pumped up about it. Because, you know, Combiner Wars, we got all these characters I didn't really know about, but now we're getting, like, these new made-up characters that, like, didn't really exist, and now we can just like reimagine some of our favorite characters from G1 as combiners, which is awesome. And Grimlock happens to be one of them. Articulation in this mode, he's got ratchet joints at the legs and will allow for a full 360. Can move outwards at the legs. You got a knee joint that can go back forward and backwards a little bit. Ball joint at the T-Rex arm, which will allow for a swivel, and then the jaw can open up for a nice munch, and then the tail is on these ratchets, and can basically do whatever. One thing I do want to point out real quick before I forget, you can take the Enigma and the Dinobot Enigma and plug it into the feet of the combiner if you do wish to do that. But that is that. So let's get him into robot mode, because I still do have to show off the combined form, and then I'm going to try to get all the Dinobots and combine them in another video. So first things first, you're going to take the tail back here, and you're going to hinge that up, and it will separate automatically, and you're just going to peg that into place. And you're going to come to the top here, and you're going to separate the under piece right here where the arms are, this whole gray section here, just untabs. You're going to fold that all the way back. and straighten out what will be the arms in robot mode. Then you're going to pull the gold pieces apart of the underbelly of the T-Rex or dinosaur form, and you're going to just move that up and then tab all that together, just like so. And you're going to come around to the back here, move these pieces out the way, and then you're just going to take the head, fold it, the T-Rex head, fold it all the way back onto his backpack, just like so. And that will reveal the robot head. Straighten out his arms. And then you're going to take the T-Rex, well, where the legs, and you're going to fold out his hands from the inside, just like so. And you're going to come down to the legs and simply separate them and just get them all situated. Make sure everything's tabbed together nice and neatly. And here we have Grimlock in his robot mode. His robot mode's pretty impressive, not going to lie. It looks, I don't know. I think the torso is a little bit too small. I don't know. I mean, it looks good from the top, and it's just all around a great looking figure. And he does have a little bit of kibble in the back, but is it really kibble at this point in time? I mean, we've known Grimlock in the 80s in the cartoon to have this stuff on his back, so no, it technically isn't kibble. It's Grimlock. So yeah, I mean, I like it. It's a nice touch of detail. But yeah, you got nice stickering and detail and stuff on this figure. Once again, with that gold and gray over the gold plastic comes up here and really just makes G1 figure pop. This ornament does not transform, or else I'd compare them. But yeah, head sculpt is fairly nice, except for the fact you cannot see it. And good thing is I have my flashlight, so you can get in there on that head sculpt. There you go. So that's the head sculpt. I wish it could use a little bit more paint detail. But yeah, it just overall just has a ton of greatly molded detail to this figure. Articulation, you get a swivel down near the knee. Thigh is on a ratchet joint, can go outward. Bend at the knee on a ratchet joint. And you got a double jointed elbow. Arms are on a ratchet joint, almost 360, but it's stopped by the back kibble. Almost full 360, can move outward, lock out outward. And the head is on a ball joint, and the hands do have a little bit of weird swivel. And like it shows on the back, or on the box, I should say, you can take the prime armor and give him giant brass knuckles if you do so. If you do choose so. Yeah. So let's get him into his combined form, and then yeah, and then later on I'll see if I can get the rest of the Dinobots. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to start off by taking the legs and rotating them, and then just clicking them inwards, and just getting them positioned just like so. And you're going to come around to the back here in this little crotch plate area back here. That's just going to fold down, and you can rotate the entire assembly just like so. And you're going to come around to the back here, flip up the dino head, and that will just fold over the regular head just like so. You're going to take the dinosaur head, and you're just going to point that down, and that will pull up the combined mode head. Then once you do that, you can take this whole assembly here, and you can take it, pull it up. It's on this double hinge, and then there are two peg holes and two pegs right here that will combine and help make the chest area. So after you do that, you should end up with something like this. Then what you're going to do after that is you're going to take the arms, have this little gold piece on the outside of the arm, take that, and put that just like so. And you're going to leave the hands folded out, come around to the back here, swivel the arms, and then this will allow you, there is a peg and a peg hole right there, and that will allow you to tab in the arms, so it helps you secure the limbs for the combined form. So just do that, just like we did with the other side. And then there is a peg and a peg hole on the wing. There's a peg hole on the wing there from the dinosaur form. You're just going to tab that in, just like so. And then you're going to take Volcanicus's head, I guess that's how you pronounce it. And you're just going to fold that back down. And then there's this little red piece I'll help form the rest of the neck. And here we have what would be the torso mode. I ain't going to lie, I love that head sculpt. first time around, I was like, meh. But then that whole head sculpt just really just started taking in, because it was like, it was new. Like, how many Dinobot combiners are there? This one and some other third-party figures. But anyway, it looks pretty cool. I can imagine what it'll look like once I get the original Dino, once I get some Dinobots on it, like Swoop, Sludge, those characters. From the back, it doesn't look that good. But from the front, it looks pretty good, if you ask me. I'm not going to go over articulation because it's incomplete. But, yeah, I mean, it's a cool concept to this figure line, and we're getting some really interesting figures, and it's just like, we didn't know Hasbro would do this. I mean, this is basically Combiner Wars Round 2, and it's just a unique idea. I mean, the Dinobots as a combiner, I think, is a cool concept. I don't know how it's going to turn out, but they gave it a shot. That's the thing. I've seen thumbnails on YouTube. The Volcanicus mode doesn't look to be that great, and yeah, it's just the overall great idea, but I think the idea of it is more victorious than the actual product of the finished combined form. But I think that's all there is for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to click like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos like this. And yeah, that does everything for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. This is Herobrine 2.0 out.